Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another xoxo video. I hope you're all well. This is a requested video, so thank you so much for the request. And as the title suggests, we're wondering what happened to 90s UK R&B trio, Kreuz. But before we get into the video, a very quick disclaimer. As always, this video was purely done for entertainment, informational and commentary purposes. It's not to mock anyone, it's not to disrespect anyone. It's purely various information I found on the interwebs put together into one easy to digest video. So as always, we're going to keep it cute, we're going to keep it polite, we're going to keep it respectful, and let's get into the video. Kreuz were a British R&B group which consisted of Sean Cummings, Wayne Laws and Ricardo Reed. There isn't a lot of information on the internet about Kreuz, but according to a blog on AdamPWhite.com, Nicky Denaro was appointed as Motown UK's general manager and was recruited to run the London-based unit because of her years of marketing Motown at RCA Records when it was the American firm's international licensee. In 1992, Motown president Gerald Busby and A&R chief Steve McKeever were introduced to the principals of a promising UK production outfit known as ARP. Nicky Denaro said, "They had this act called Kreuz. They were a really good band, and ARP had this feel as a really good indie production company. The music was great, plus it was just getting to the stage where BBC Radio 1 wouldn't throw you out the door if you had a record by a black artist, and they already had one or two of those on the playlist." And in 1992, the group released what would be the first single from their upcoming album and their first single under ARP, Hush Hush. However, the single did not enter the charts. Kreuz were eventually signed to Motown UK as its first signing and were regarded as one of the most promising young R&B groups to emerge from the UK in years. Then, in March 1993, the group released their first single under Motown Records, When You Smile. However, the single did not enter the charts. This was followed by the release of their debut album, New Generation, a few weeks later. Unfortunately, the album did not enter the charts in the UK, nor was it released across the Atlantic, according to the blog site AdamPWhite.com. In the same year, the group released another single from the album, UK Swing. However, again, the single did not enter the charts. Also in 1993, the group released another single, Sunshine. But again, the single did not enter the charts. According to a blog on AdamPWhite.com, it was noted that the marketing and promotional duties for Motown in the UK were at the time primarily in the hands of Polygram, which had succeeded RCA as Motown's international partner. However, Polygram wasn't interested in the British initiative. Nicky Denaro said, "It was a typical example of company politics getting in the way of an act actually having a shot at breaking through." This British unit was shut down shortly after Polygram bought Motown Records in its entirety in August 1993. Eventually, Kreuz signed a new deal with Diesel Records, and at the beginning of 1995, the group released their second album, Cruise Control, which peaked at number 48 on the UK albums chart, spending a total of 2 weeks on the chart. Then, in mid-1995, the group released their first single from the album, Party All Night, which peaked at number 75 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 2 weeks on the chart. Around October 1995, the group released their second single from the album, Get Down On It, which sampled the original hit from Kool and the Gang. The single peaked at number 168 on the UK singles chart. Also in the same year, the group released another single, Slap and Tickle. It appears that the single was only released on white label. In 1996, the group, who was still signed with Diesel Records, released the single Keep On Groovin'. In the same year, the group released what will be their third and final album, Street But Neat. From here, it is unknown what exactly happened to Kreuz, but it appears that the group faded into obscurity. However, in an interview with JFC Recordings, which was released in December 2007, Wayne mentioned that being signed to Motown UK was a very interesting situation. He said that at first it was an amazing thing to happen, but the reality of it was that it was difficult, especially when you realize that you are not necessarily a priority act, which you need to be, in order to get the record label to focus on you 100%. He went on to say that once you're not the priority, the high starts to come down, and you start fighting for things like budgets for videos and studio time, and when you start to see that you are not earning as much money as other artists. According to his bio on Discogs, Sean is a singer-songwriter and former band member of Kreuz. In 1998, Sean featured on the track with In Control, titled Whenever You Need Somebody. Sean has been credited on various albums and singles, including providing backing vocals on Shayla Prosper's album In My Shoes for the tracks Imagine That and Sorry. In 2008, an extract of Sean's track Lonely was released. Sean's bio on jokersentertainment.co.uk states the following. Sean C, known as Sean Cummings, has had his own success in the past with chart-topping act Kreuz, resulting in a top 40 album in the UK's official albums chart and a succession of top 20 hits in Europe, which saw them support some of the world's leading contemporary entertainers on respective tours around the globe. They supported R. Kelly, Whitney Houston, Boyz II Men, Kool and the Gang, Tony, and Silk. Furthermore, they received the accolade of being the first UK R&B act requested to perform at Jamaica's Reggae Sunsplash. Since then, Sean has been writing and producing music for other artists. Sean C also performed at a show with Axe Entertainment Agency, which took place in 2019. I could not find Sean on social media, so it is unknown what he's currently up to, but hope he is doing well. Wayne is a bass player and engineer. In his 2007 interview with JFC Recordings, Wayne said that at the age of 10, he played classical guitar and played guitar throughout school. After he finished school, he went on to train as a studio engineer. Wayne has also worked with various artists and has been credited on various albums and singles, including Craig David's Fill Me In, Blackstreet's Money Can't Buy Me Love Full Crew Remix, Mary J. Blige's Everything Full Crew Club Mix, and Hinder Hicks's I Wanna Be a Lady, the Full Crew Mix. I could not find Wayne on social media, so it is unknown what he is currently up to, but hope he is doing well. According to his Discogs bio, Ricardo is a keyboardist, producer and remixer based in London. He has worked with several artists and has also been credited on various albums and singles, including Omar's single, Outside, Craig David's Fill Me In, Lyndon David Hall's There Goes My Sanity, Full Crew Remix, and Shayla Prosper's album, In My Shoes. Ricardo is currently a user device specialist and freelance musician. He was active on Twitter until June 2021, but recently retweeted in January 2023. However, his Instagram account is currently private. Nonetheless, we hope all the guys are doing well. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you've all enjoyed. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Thank you once again for the request, and I'll see you all in my next video. Over and out.